Hello everyone, this is Carmen, and the therapy or the theory that I'm going to focus on today is cognitive behavioral therapy, or known as CBT. And this therapy is grounded in the idea that our thoughts and emotions, and as well as our behaviors, are interconnected, and by changing how we think, we can improve how we feel as well as how we act. So, for this discussion, I'll be focusing on families and adults experiencing housing and economic instability. And this is just a population that I work on a day-to-day basis at a nonprofit called ELI Thrive in Birmingham, Alabama. And I normally would center my do my therapies on empowerment theory, or do my theories on empowerment theory, but I wanted to kind of switch this up and research a little bit more to see what other theories and therapies that would and could kind of help the clients that I work with on a daily. And so sometimes they come in on a very much crisis mode, and their finances are in distress, their housing situations are in distress, and all of these things can lead into anxiety, burnout, and hopelessness. And CBT offers a structured, evidence-based way to help these individuals reframe negative thought patterns, as well as strengthen self-efficacy and rebuild their stability. So, evidence in action. So, research shows that CBT can both be effective and accessible for diverse and underserved population. One article that I read found that computer-assisted CBT significantly improved depression outcomes and they were cost-effective for low-income adults as well. Another research article that a peer-reviewed article that I found reported that strong reduction in stress and anxiety and depression through CBT, helped them out extremely a lot. And one more that I found, I think I looked up 3 articles, but one more that I did find showed that psychosocial interventions, including CBT, reduced substance abuse and mental ill health among people experiencing homelessness. So all of these things kind of tie in together, and it kind of brought, from just reading, it brought clients to a better light, a better, understanding of where they're going, and just shifted their mindset. And that's all that I'm about at ELI Thrive. I sometimes find myself using CBT, not knowing that that's the theory or the therapy that I was actually utilizing with my clients. They'll say, I don't have any money, or I don't think I've changed, and I kind of remind them of where they actually started to where they are now. And once they leave, their mindset kind of shift, and the next time that they come in our sessions, it's a whole lot different. And I can tell a change by using this model when I really was not even intentionally using it. So a guideline snapshot. So just based on this evidence, my proposed practice guideline for integrating CBT with economic stability coaching would include 3 simple steps. So it would access thoughts linked to financial and housing stressors. I would help clients identify patterns such as I'll never get ahead, or I'll always fail. I'll catch that, I'll address it to, this is what you're doing, this is where you're leading, and I kind of redirect their thoughts. Number 2 would be reframe and replace unhelpful thoughts. So I would use CBT techniques like cognitive restructuring and behavior activation to build healthier self-beliefs and actions, such as creating small, achievable financial or housing goals. So we have to start somewhere. And lastly, I would integrate resource linkage. So I would pair them with different resources that will also kind of help build them up. So whether it's pairing them with cognitive skill building, tangible supports like a program we use called Operation Hope. They do credit and money management coaching, so they'll have that resource along as myself coaching them and holding them accountable to making sure that they're going to those meetings, making sure they're achieving those goals that the coach had given them that they see that they need to work on, as well as, finding rental assistance programs so it could prevent, homelessness, or even job training so that they can build their economic stability as well as workforce development. So just bridging psychological empowerment with real world stability. So ethical or cultural insight. I think a critical consideration would be cultural humility. We as practitioners must recognize that financial stressors, trauma, housing instability are not only struggles but often rooted in systemic inequities. So we must ensure that CBT does not unintentionally blame clients for their circumstances, but also in a way validate their lived experiences, while teaching tools for coping as well as for advocacy. So I never put the blame back on them, like you're the reason why you're in this. Like, I won't do that, because that's bringing them down, and it'll also break the trust that you do have, like one-on-one with your clients as well. And to end this, I would leave you with this question, because as we continue to expand evidence-based practice, I wonder, how can social workers implement CBT interventions in community settings where structural barriers like poverty, discrimination, or unstable housing continue to reinforce the very stressors we're trying to treat? And this goes hand in hand with today's society and things that we're seeing right in front of us.